Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Yeah, so in case you're seeing my face for the very first time, my name is Sophia. Welcome, honey. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and click on the post notification button just so you get notified whenever I post a video. All right. So this is going to be an from the title says it all, yeah. So I'm too excited. Like I am so excited. I got my PR card. I landed in Canada about 4 weeks ago, and I've gotten my PR card already. Guys, I am so excited. I'm going to be taking you people on a journey. Stay locked on this channel, okay? Yeah, so I just went to check the mail yesterday and I found out that the PR cards are here. I was like, oh, that's so quick, because at the airport, they said it was going to take 3 months to arrive. They were like 8 to 9 weeks. Yeah. So when I got the mail, I'm like, okay, this is grace, bruv. This is grace. Yeah. So this Canadian PR card, you can, once you're coming to Canada, you are a permanent resident, you've gotten your permanent residence, and you're traveling in. So that day at the airport, when you arrive, when you arrive, you see a point where you get to a point where you will, I'm mixing it up. Okay, so when you arrive, or rather I'll use my experience. When we arrived, the immigration, we showed them our passports. So there were like two queues. There were those people that are traveling in from maybe like other countries, they already have PR, and we that are coming into Canada for the very first time. So we had like two queues. So they also, in that queue also, they also asked us, are you like a student? Are you a permanent resident or visitors visa? So like they separated the queue, right? So we were on the permanent residence queue, other people were on the student queue and all. So for the permanent resident queue, they now directed us to something like a box. It's like an ATM machine, but it's not an ATM machine. Yeah, so that place, all we just did, because I didn't have my ATM permanent resident card, I just had my passport. I just swiped my passport on the machine. It brought out my name, my details, and everything, right? So it asked me some few questions like date of birth, you get stuff like that, my personal information. I imputed it and it printed out a receipt. The machine printed out and gave me a receipt. So I took the receipt to another queue. And on that queue, I don't know if it should be immigration, of course. We stayed on that queue. Guys, were much. We stayed on that queue, but because I was with a baby, they moved me to another queue, and the queue I was in was less stressful, and it didn't take much long because women with baby were not that much. So that queue with baby, it got to our turn. They asked us some personal question. Why are you in Canada? This, that. They asked us, okay, that we should declare our documents. So I would just advise that any document you're using for your PR worker, or the document you print out, yeah, your PR movement or your travel document, you should just pack everything along, so you won't be caught unaware, or they won't ask you for a document you left at home. Yeah, so you should just carry all your documents along. So we had like all our documents. I had like all my documents with me, so I just showed them. They asked for this, I gave them I can't remember the particular documents, but yeah, they were just asking for different. Where is your this, where's your that, where's your passport, where's your stuff like that. They will be asking you of document, and of course when you have it, you give it to them. And after that, the guy was now like, we'll get a PR card in 3 months time or less than 3 months, that it depends. And I know I've been hearing a lot of people saying they got theirs after 8 weeks, after 2 months and all. So for the meantime, they printed a COPR and gave to us. COPR is Certificate of Permanent Residence. So that's what we were using for the meantime before this card arrived, honey. So after printing the COPR, they direct us to another office. So now when we got to that office, the lady asked us that what if I brought any food, right? And she also said like more like we should declare our things we brought. And the good thing is, please, when you're coming, write down all your foodstuffs. Me, I wrote down all my foodstuffs on a paper, you get. So I wrote down all my foodstuffs like on a paper, everything that was inside my food bag. So guys, it was just great because that day was very stress free for me. I gave her, like, I was like, these are the things I brought. She was like, oh, Nigeria, I know you people like bringing your local food. Oh, we laughed about it. And yeah, long story short, she went through my list. She was like, do you bring any dairy product? I was like, no, no, no. She was like, did you bring any chicken, whatever? I was like, no, I did not. So she now asked me if I have any carry-on goods. Please, when they ask KL, so, and the thing is, so after I told her, I was like, that I don't have any goods to follow. But if you know you have like properties in Nigeria, like your microwave, your whatever you want to move in after you settle, you declare it at the airport there, you tell them, okay, they'll ask you goods to follow, you tell them, I have these goods to follow, I have these goods to follow, you just list it. And then yeah, so sorry, I forgot to add, at that place where they gave us the COP where we went to initially, the guy asked of an address to mail the card to. So you have to have like an address in Canada they will mail the card to. And so it's always advisable you get a place to stay before you come. You get, just so you can drop an address, email address, and all of that, right? So we dropped all our information. So now to the point I was. So the lady asked of declaring of, we told her okay, then I told her, give her the list of, just like I said, the list of the food I brought, everything. She asked me, hope I didn't come with dairy even for the baby. I was like, no, just formula, and they allowed me to pack. Now this is my great story. So they moved me to a point where to check out my bag and all. So because after, I think after that, we went to another office. So that office, they gave us like welcome cards for newcomer, like you get like bulletin and all to go through, you get. And they now told us that we can do our SIN there in the airport. But if you come to Canada on a weekend, my friend just came on the weekend and she was like, she couldn't do the SIN in the airport because they were not available. Then you have to look for Service Canada office, yes, to go and do all of that. I thank God for God. Sorry, I did my SIN right there in the airport, got my SIN number, got like basically most of the things I'll be needing. So after then we went to the baggaging area. I picked up my boxes. After picking up my boxes, then before they could allow me pass, they asked me, so the lady that asked me of the list of items in my box and all, because I was carrying a baby, list of food, she gave me like a slip of paper. She wrote cleared on the paper. So I took the paper before to where they used to check your food, like scan your food items and all. And when I got there, honey, grace, they just checked it. Then hopefully I didn't even come with any diary or whatever. And they were like, they didn't see any of my food. They were like, I should go. I was like, hey, thank God. Like I said, God, they shouldn't seize any of my food. Well, they did not. So I passed. And honey, 4 weeks later, they've sent my permanent resident card to me. And this is what the card looks like. You can see my pretty face, pretty face. So yeah, my permanent resident card is here, and it came with 2 papers. So this one is saying enclosed permanent resident card, ensure blah 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 blah. So this one is telling us about permanent resident generally, and okay, so this is just generally about permanent resident, and it came with another paper too. Let's see what this is. Welcome and thank you for choosing Canada, period, honey. So so it has like Use travel journal to record your trips. This will make tracking your international travel easier. Cut along the dotted. So I think this is the travel journal. So there's this part in the, I came with my permanent resident card. So this part is for you to document whenever I'm traveling out of Canada, because now that I have a PR card, that means I can come into Canada and leave Canada whenever I want without a visa, honey. I am now a semi-Canadian citizen. Yes. So here now I'll record like my ingress and egress out of Canada. So it's just like you write how many days, like for example, if I'm traveling to the Bahamas, okay, the imagination. So if I'm traveling to out of Canada, I'll write, for example, I'm leaving Canada on the 10th of June. Then I'll come and write my return date. For example, I'll say, okay, I'm coming back on July 10th. You get, if you're traveling out of Canada, they said it will help when you want to apply for citizenship, so they will know how to calculate your days. And guys, there are so much benefits to this PR thing. I think you should try it if you can. If you will, I'm going to subsequently drop my process for you. I'll carry you people along on how I did. And by the way, I did not use any agents. I did it myself. So I think it's very, for me, if you ask me, this, it is very, it's very good. Let me just use the word. And yeah, I'm just so excited. I decided to share with you guys that I've gotten my permanent resident card, and very well. Well, watch out for the part 2 of this video where I'll be giving you benefits of this card. This card, the benefits choke. Well, honey, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, tell your friends to tell your friend to link up on my channel. Boom.